Hello there, guys. Now, about 6 weeks ago, I planted some courgette plants. In fact, I planted 2 courgette plants. Your standard green courgette in this little bed, and I made like a bowl depression where I planted them in. And in the bowl, in the soil, shallow dish about that deep, where the planting location was, I put chicken manure pellets in, so that the rains will wash down to the roots, and I just put them into the depression and then planted the courgette plant in. And over the weeks the rains wash down to the root and feed the plant with chicken manure. And here are the results so far. This is about 6 weeks ago. They were only like tiny little plants. They were about like 6 inch tall. Got the first true leaves on them when we planted them in. But look at the results so far. I shall show you by turning you around like this. Okay. So what we've got is, you get the blooms coming on, and the blooms lead to courgettes. Now there's a small one there, but at the back of him there's a big one. And they grow like marrows if you don't watch them. You turn your back on these and they grow massively. There's another big one, and another big one. So those big ones we're going to take off, and we're going to let the flowers continue on. And as the flowers continue on, the flowers get pollinated and we get more courgettes. So I just thought I'd show you that. I think, in fact, I'll twist one off. I'll twist that big one off there, and we'll see what we've got. We'll get rid of the big ones first. You can see the paler side where it's been laying. It's been laying on the soil. So I'll just wipe that off, wipe the muck off it, and I'll put it down on there. And there's one, and it's a massive one. So we'll be making dishes with the courgettes. I'm going to take the big ones off, like that one as well. I'll take him off, because if you leave them too long, there's always the chance then that the slugs will have them. We don't want that. So we'll take them off and I will put them over here. I don't want to bore you too much, guys, but if you like veg, you'll like me. My little harvest, won't you? That's the biggest one yet, that one, I think, the longest one, sure, certainly. That one. Well, there's 3 whoppers. We'll leave the rest to grow on, but give them a few days, and yeah, next week we'll have another set. And that's the kind of harvest we're going to be expecting now for about the next 5-6 weeks off these, fingers crossed. But yeah, so the little depression that we planted them in, that's where the chicken manure pellets, organic chicken manure pellets, were placed in that. And as I say, the washdown feeds the roots and invigorates the plant. It's got to keep your eye on this silvering, but it's not too bad, that. Yeah. I'm going to be harvesting my onions next as well. But as I say, as we're doing these in a wanna, these videos, I can't do any editing at the minute. So that's where we're at, boys and girls. Okay. It's all coming through. Look at my beetroots there, they've come on monstrously with all the warm weather and rain that we've had. That chicken manure's good stuff, you know. I've used that a lot this year. I've used that quite a lot this year, and we've had big results from it. My best ones have been in here. In the cage. The new cage that I built. I'll show you inside there. We've had all the broccoli heads off this now. And got some more cauliflowers in there, look. Be harvesting them today. That desperately needs weeding in there. But there's more broccoli coming in there. But let's just show you in here, guys. Monstrous results in here. Oh, falling over. The only one that seems to have been attacked by the slugs is that one of the pointy cabbage, but these are ready now, really. They've hearted up now. And the leaf quality on the majority of these is fantastic. But this is the broccoli. I've took all the heads off, I think, from these now. We've had all the heads, but I leave the plants in because you can eat the leaf, and sometimes you'll get new heads coming through from the broccoli. In fact, there's one there, look. I've got a tray in here, which I'm going to walk in that. I'll have to walk in that tray. But there's a broccoli there, look. He's fine and dandy, isn't he? You see him? We'll have him. And that kale, flipping kale, look at the state. This is done really, really well in here. This was just the soil and compost with the chicken manure worked in to the soil. Plenty of chicken manure, and it's working wonders for my brassica plants. That, as I say, that's the only one I think that's been attacked. It's been slug attacked, so I might pull that one out and leave the others to grow on, because all the rest of it seems in really good condition. I think you'll agree, boys and girls. Untouched by mouth of slug. Got cucumbers as well. Well, I've got you, I might as well give you a bit of a show around. Can't walk through there though, it's like a bloody jungle. Let's have a look up here. Here's my grapes as well. Oh God. Me weeds, plenty of weeds, boys and girls, obviously. I've not had a chance to come down as much as I need to. But them grapes are coming through nice as well in here. Since I've thinned out the vines. I need to do a lot of shifting and moving on this plot. Need to get down a bit more. But you can see the bunches there hanging. Yeah. Plenty of grape action going on. Might get some wine this year. What do you think, boys and girls? A bit of wine. Anyway, up to the top. Just watered them in here. Here's the tomato plants that we got off our Hindley mate. Right, so here's the cukes, and these were the cukes, if you remember, that died off, or we thought they'd died off in the heat about 4 weeks ago, but they've come back strong, and we've got nice cucumbers coming on them. In fact, I'm going to take that one because it's a whopper. That's a whopper, that one. That is a good one. I'll just twist them off me. You can snip them. You can snip them. But when you've not got any secateurs like I've not at the minute, you can twist them and they come off. Look at that. That's a good one, that. A decent cucumber. That is. We're having him. And there's a couple more on, I do believe. They're certainly coming on. There's a couple at the back there on this one. And we've got the others there. These are like a pickling variety, these. See them? More like a pickle. Yeah, there's cukes coming on. There's two there, 2 or 3 there, actually. But that's the brown leaf from when we thought it had died, you see. But it hadn't died, which is good. It's come back with a bit of TLC. So I might take a couple of cucumbers today as well, as part of the harvest. Oh yes, got some sun gold coming on. These need staking up. These tomato plants, these are sun golds. These were the spurs. So as you get the offshoot coming out like this, I just snipped them off, if you remember, and I put them in here. But they need staking up, these, and trimming down a bit. Yeah, so I'll need to get some canes in them. Those are the elf beans, which are suffering in here, so I'm going to get those out. I might get those out today actually. And I've got some more pointy cabbage there at the back I need to get out because they're suffering in here. That is as well. That's one that we got off John. And these, look at these. I'm neglecting these. I'm going to have to sort these out and get them into proper pots and whatnot. But yeah, we don't want to end on a sombre note, do we, guys? I'll just leave you with the plots down there. These spuds are all coming through. I might check a couple of potatoes today from the front, because these were second earlies at the front, and these are more or less ready now for pulling. Here at the front. In fact, let's have a look and see what's underneath here. See if we've got out. Oh yeah, got some potatoes there. I'll have a bit of a root through. Yeah, there'll be plenty in here. You just pause, you actually see what we've got. There we go. Not a bad return that from that spud. About £1.50 there, I'm guessing. I think these were the second. Were these the Swift? Can't remember. Those markings are looking like King Eddies, but I'm sure they weren't King Eddies then. These are King Edwards here, but these on the end were a different variety. I think I had some. I had 3 spur, so I've took them out of there, and I've took them out of there, and I've just took them out of there as well. But this is just from the one plant. This was from that end plant that was here. Not bad. I've got Kestrel. What if they were Kestrel then? Because I've never had Kestrel before, but we've got some Kestrel that are going to be ready over here in this bed. There's the cauliflowers, they're not looking bad. We had a big dig up on last Sunday, but these were the Kestrel, and these are ready for pulling along with the weeds and the nettles. But the Kestrel's in here, so I'm going to have a quick look in here as well, see what we've got. I'll get rid of that nettle and we'll have a see. And then there's the Charlottes that are in there. Those are Charlotte, but they're not going to be ready for another 2 or 3 weeks then. Should we have a little look, see what we've got? Yeah, I bet they were Kestrel. They must have been Kestrel because they've got the same markings, haven't they? The sort of pink and yellow markings. That's the seed potato. Yeah, not looking bad. I like a spud reveal. It's like digging for treasure, isn't it? A spud reveal. You don't know what you're going to get. Yeah. I think that's our lot. They do better in buckets, spuds, when we grow them in the buckets. Yeah, I think that's about it for that position. You got a few there. Right then, boys and girls, there's plenty more where they came from. Because there's 40 spuds in that bed. So if we get £40 off them, that'll do for me. I'll leave you with a shot of the garden. The rampant raspberries. These are going to be the autumn ones, but these yellow ones are fantastic. These sorts of orangey yellow. They're really good. Well, that's us as we stand now. Have a great week, boys and girls, and I'll catch you later. Take care of yourselves and each other, and remember, we love you all. Ta-da now.